Welcome to the college football playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, and all the drama has led up to this point, the first round of the 12-team playoff. And a home field advantage for one side. This place is rocking. And we have a very compelling contest here tonight. Two teams in the committee ranked basically even. The one side gets to enjoy a raucous, rowdy home field advantage. We'll see the number 9 seed in this playoff, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on the number 8 seed in the playoff, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And the playoff is here. We've got a tremendous on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this one started. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this college football playoff gets underway. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
How about that to start the game off by this defense? The offense decides to drop back on the first play, and this quarterback has no time at all because of the pressure up front.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Lets it go quickly. And it's intercepted. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
This is the worst thing this offense could imagine, is turning the football over in a playoff game on the road. Already an underdog, and I love the aggressive mindset to put the ball in the air and be confident in who you are, but you just can't turn it over on this big of a stage like that this early in the game.
And the offense gets a chance to start with a short field. They're going to run it. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. Stanford offense back out there on the field now. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Out of the gun now on third down. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Tackle made after a big gain.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive, now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9. Takes the ball and heads to the left. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers. And don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
And the extra point was up and good. Returner decides to fair catch this. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
When this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance, he gets out of the pressure off to his right. Man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. It's a quarterback keeper. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And a big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to the 39.
I mean, is this guy a threat or what? I've been so impressed by what he can do watching him this week on film. I was excited to see him get a chance to show what he could do, not just throwing, but watching him make plays like this.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. The defense all over it. They stop it right at the line.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Back to throw. It's Cavazos. And the ball is hauled in. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
They're able to get a short gain to make this 3rd down a little bit more manageable. But it is 3rd and long, so this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, and pick up any potential blitzes here on 3rd and long.
Let's it fly to the wideout. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Well, they need 8 yards on 4th down to keep this drive going. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. In the clear at the 25. He's got a 1st down and more. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Wow, 1 minute this quarterback is surveying the field for an open receiver. The next, he's pulling it down, tucking the football, and putting into the end zone for a touchdown himself.
Now the important point after attempt. The extra point is good, so it's 14-7. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And the return starts just inside the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Stanford offense is back out there on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. On 1st and 10, looking to throw, looking to set up a screen pass here. And the tackle is made. The screen pass there produces a solid gain.
Good time here to drop this screen in by the offensive coordinator, and a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. And the single back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big 3rd down now for this offense. They're down early in the game with all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. Lofting it toward the left sideline. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. That's a solid gain to move the sticks as the 1st quarter clock winds down. Through one period, these teams are finding out that playoff games just feel different. Who can handle the nerves better as we head to the 2nd? Stanford getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Corner's back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. And now another deep ball here. The pass is intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
To throw, it's Cavazos bringing pressure. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
The defensive end gets in there and comes up with a sack. They were in a 4-3, and the pass rush came off the edge and made a big play.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
Here comes the punter onto the field. And here's the return now from midfield. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. And the Cardinal offense is back out there on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. And he's got it already past the 1st down marker. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Stanford. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. It's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
And the returner decides to signal fair catch. First down here for this offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide. It can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Quarterback still with the football. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Boy, the quarterback does everything right except pitch the football. The defensive end's going to take him, which is great. That's what you want. But you got to get that ball out quicker to not allow that defensive end to make that play.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Running out of time in the pocket. He's going to pull it down and run. The scramble doesn't get there, and it's going to bring up 4th down. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Stanford offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Handoff running right. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He'll take a deep shot. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Cardinal. Well, a touchdown to a wide open man. What in the world was going on the defensive side of that play?
Wow, what was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? Scanning the field. It's Cavazos. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
It was a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and to talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But, Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. Doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that can be efficient, be a good leader, and complement the running game. And right now you're starting to see that from this team. Good completion. Now, can you do it consistently? Because if you can, with the athletes they have around that position, they become a real threat.
The completion sets up a 2nd down play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Using his legs here. They make the tackle, but that scramble earns him enough yards for the 1st down.
I really like this call by this offense on 2nd and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice 1st down.
1st down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Looking right, this one caught. That's the 2-minute warning in this close 1st half. The offense trying to score and claim the lead before the break. Now it's 2nd down here. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Tries the right with a quick throw. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Scanning the field, it's Cavazos. It's the running back in the flat. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a first down.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on the third down play. They knew they were going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen.
That's how you get after the quarterback. This is a great play by the defense of being able to affect the timing between the quarterback and the receiver. And, man, how about the hit at the end of the play? Man, he laid the hit stick on him there.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Finding space at the 20. And they finally make the stop, but that's a huge gain in the scramble. He found some space and just went for it. So it's a first down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He gets to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
Boy, how exciting has this first half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. A lot of great action here.
And they tack on the extra point. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. And the return will be brought down. And the Stanford offense back out there on the field now. A little bit of my turn, your turn in the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. Looking to throw it deep. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. Look out, he's got some space. At the 30 now. At the 10. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6. And the interception taken to the house, a pick 6, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick 6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Stanford offense is back out there on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking to make a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. The stop is finally made, but it's a big gain. Stopped at the 49. First down, looking to throw the football. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. The pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. Fires it to the wideout. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. They move the 6, but hurry to the line here on first down now. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Looking to scramble. And they get him down, but that's a solid gain there to move the sticks using his feet. First and goal. Can the offense punch it in and tie the score before the half? Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Stanford. So after the momentum shifts, Kirk, we are now dead even in this football game.
Chris, doesn't it have that feeling that which quarterback's going to have the ball last is going to be the offense and the guy that has a chance to win this game? Maybe going back and forth all game.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. Moves the ball up to the 30. Minna's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Stanford will kick it off to get the second half going. He'll call for the fair catch here. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pass on full display right there.
Receiver makes the catch. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? There's the handoff. It's a 2-yard gain. Second and 8 coming up.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking downfield, it's Cavazos. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will give the offense the football at the 46.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
First down, looking to throw the ball. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now.
This is a great job by the defense, putting 2 defenders on the most talented receiver on their team. Make this quarterback have to find another option to move the ball down the field.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Inside the 35-yard line. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Cardinal. And they will claim the second half lead. Kirk, they had a month to get ready for this pitch-and-catch combo for the playoff game. They've had no answers so far.
A playoff game, national championship on the line. You know the old saying we used to always hear. Big-time players make big plays in big games, and he certainly is doing that today.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. That mighty Bengals offense is back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
They got some ground to make up, 2nd and long from the 15. Looking to pass, it's Cavazos. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this 1st down? And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
Good job by this offensive line, and a great throw by the quarterback to get that 1st down there on 3rd down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. They're down in the 2nd half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
2nd down.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Running back has it on a screen now.
And the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screen play. Nice positive gain for the offense.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. And he'll set up to throw. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The offense already has one 4th down conversion. Can they do it for a 2nd time? Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. They get him down after a short return, but the interception gets the football back to the offense at the 36.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And he's finally forced out of bounds inside the 10. Big play to set up a 1st and goal.
Well, when the dust settles and the games are over, it's how many big plays did you create and how many did you prevent. This is a huge play for this offense. Now, can they get the ball into the end zone, or they have to settle for 3?
Nowhere to run on that play. It got him in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard. So off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 11. From the shotgun, drops back. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dreamed about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
He's hit as he throws it. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle. Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
LSU 28.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Jennings. And he's brought down at the 16. We've been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. The game is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now. Running back with the football. He moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back, it's Cavazos. He's moving out of the pocket. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Cardinal offense is back out there on the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Fires it to the wideout. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. How aggressive will they be on this first down play?
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. From the gun, he looks for an open man. There's a shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Stanford.
Boy, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5 wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
Automatic in the PAT. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
LSU, 28.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play, brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Getting set. Here's second down. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a 4th and short.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that first down marker. And now we've got a decision here on 4th down.
The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Rifles this football to the left. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Boy,